Nepal, where floods have ravaged the country. 105 Indians have now been reported missing. Nepal Tourism Board has released this data, which contains details of missing tourists. This data suggests that almost 105 tourists could be missing in the floods. The Nepal Tourism Board has released details of tourists who reported missing following devastating floods in the country. Now, this is just preliminary data that has been put out, and according to it, over 100 Indian tourists are amongst those reportedly missing. Details of these missing tourists have now been released as rescue operations continue in the flood-hit areas in Nepal. Latest data coming in from the Tourism Board of Nepal, extremely concerning situation in the neighboring country, where over 100 Indian tourists are part of a bigger list of people who are missing because of flash floods that have been caused by massive rains in the country. 105 Indians amongst those who are missing. My colleague Akanksha is now joining us for more. Akanksha, what are the details that have been provided about the Indian tourists who are said to be missing in Nepal?
In fact, what we're being told that close to 291 foreign nationals are present among the flood victims, and as you rightly highlighted, Priya, 105 of them happen to be Indian foreign nationals. So we can expect that the Ministry of External Affairs will also be reaching out over there, but there's already a statement being issued by the Prime Minister of Nepal over here. He said that they have not just mobilized the armed police forces, but also the police forces along with district authorities are currently carrying out coordination efforts right now. And just to give you a brief from what the Nepalese Prime Minister's office is going on to say, that related CDOs have also been directed to immediately evacuate the residents of lower riverside areas to safe locations. Alerts have been issued via SMS and calls advising people to move to safer places. We can expect Indian authorities also to now jump into action as far as rescue efforts are concerned, because Nepal happens to be one of our significant partners when it comes to neighborhood first policy for India, and so India could be expected to extend rescue and relief operation efforts as far as the current flood situation is concerned. It seems like a very grave situation.
Yes.
We can expect consular access also being given to these 105 foreign Indian nationals who are part of the 291 foreign nationals who are currently stranded in the flood situation. A high-level meeting has also been called in just a short while ago to decide on what necessary measures will be adopted by the Nepalese government so far. But the disaster management authority is currently active. Coordination is very much being taken with the help of local scouts, even medical teams, Red Cross and others, and necessary steps have begun, but the situation
almost one-third of those foreign nationals who are missing currently come from India, which is why increased Indian participation in rescue operations also becomes more of a necessity. Thank you, Akanksha, for joining us. But here are some details that have emerged from Nepal, where massive flash floods swept through northern country, causing extensive damage in Rasuwa district and the border settlement of Timure. The Bhote River surged suddenly from the direction of Tibet, washing away vehicles, goods and newly built bridge as well. Authorities have now placed downstream districts including Nuvakot, Dhading, Chitwan and Gorkha on high alert. Nepalese army, armed police forces and Nepal police have all been deployed for rescue and relief, with helicopters mobilized for search and medical operations. The full extent of the damage, however, is still being assessed. Nepal Prime Minister Balen has ordered a major rescue and relief push after the deadly Rasuwa flood. The army, like we said, forces in uniform have all been deployed, with more personnel, ambulances and medical teams being sent to affected areas. Authorities have also been told to move downstream residents to safety, while helicopters have been kept on standby for rescue operations. Getting in drone visuals from Nuvakot in Nepal, where one can see the situation of the flood. The entire district has been hit by floods. Very devastating visuals coming in from Nepal. Look at the extent of tragedy and devastation that has been caused by floods in the country. Rescue operations currently underway on a large scale in Nepal. Flash floods sweeping through villages at one go. In fact, there are also reports that suggest that at least 8 people could have lost their lives, and this death toll could rise further. At least 295 foreigners have been said to be missing, of which, as Akanksha was telling you just now, 105 are Indians. The total number of travelers who are missing is, however, pegged at least 400. Rescue operations have been mounted. Look at the extent of devastation caused. That is quite visible in those visuals. That bridge that has been devastated was a newly constructed bridge, is what we are learning from preliminary reports. Helicopters have also been deployed, but waters in certain parts are too high for even the choppers to land or conduct any kind of rescue. Deadly floods in Nepal that have led to massive destruction. 8 people at least have lost their lives. Hundreds of travelers, hundreds of people have been reported missing. The tourism data that has come out suggests that they have specific details of missing tourists. My colleague Hina is joining us with some more data. Hina, it's over to you.
That's right, Priya. So we have now got this copy of the, preliminary details, this notice that has been issued by Nepal Tourism Board. And these are basically preliminary details of missing tourists. Now, it also mentions the total number of travelers who are missing because of flash floods. And it mentions that a preliminary agency-wide record received from tourism and travel companies has identified 384 travelers. That includes 291 foreign nationals and 93 Nepali nationals who were reported missing from the affected areas, the areas which got impacted because of the sudden flash floods in Nepal. And they are still trying to verify and cross-check the information. So this is the information that we have at this point in time. You've got from tourism agency called as Samrat Tours and Travelers, total 71 are missing, 59 were Indian. Now, this is very, very important. Then Leaf Holiday, another tourism agency, had 55 of its travelers, who have gone missing. Out of 55, 46 were Indians. And then you had people from other countries like the United States of America, UK, South Africa, Malaysia, Netherlands, Australia, etc. But if you look at the details that have been provided here, then a lot of Indians, because Indians also go to Nepal for a number of reasons. And here, a lot of them, in fact, have gone missing. And then apart from this, in this particular sheet, they have also put out some very important details for emergency assistance. There is a toll-free emergency number 1234. There is a hotline number 1144. Then there is a tourist police number as well, because right now it is important to even identify which are these people who are missing, whether they are alive, whether they need help, of some kind.
Yes.
So all these things are happening at this point in time. Relief and rescue operation is now going to be taking place
Yes.
on war footing, and that's the reason why for emergency assistance these details have been provided by the agency here, which is the Nepal Tourism Board.
All right. Also joining me on the broadcast is Mayank. Mayank, tell us the latest about the situation.
See, it being the northern areas of the Nepal side, it also is mountainous and has got crests and troughs. So that also has kept the movement of the armed forces, military, APF, the local police has also stopped or is not allowing the movement to take swiftly.
Okay, Mayank, since we have over 100 Indians also stranded there, quick question, what kind of consular access has been provided to them?
Yes. We have a major, two places wherein we have major establishments, which is Pokhara and in Kathmandu as well. So they have already come into active mode. They had been trying to contact people. The details, as I was talking to people, they have said that the travel and tour agencies have been asked for the details also. So we might find that they will also try the people, not only there if they are able to connect with them, but also to the Indians who are within the country. They'll be connected and they'll be informed accordingly about the whereabouts and all things.
Yes,
so
because there would be a lot of concerned families back in India as well. While our thoughts and prayers are with those in Nepal, the security and safety of Indian tourists is also a priority.